am coming down with a little something. So if you see me blow my nose.
You didn't tell me that.
I didn't tell you?
No.
I thought I told you on the phone. Hi guys.
I'm Sandrita.
I'm Talia.
Welcome back to another episode of Teatails,
where we bring you today's Teatails for tomorrow's use.
Yes, we are so excited to be here with you guys, bringing you another week of all the hot tea. So get comfortable, grab a cup of tea, and join us. These are gorgeous.
Maybe a blanket if you're in New York.
Handmade mugs. Talia made these herself when she went to.
At first I was like, maybe my mom told her they were handmade, and I just didn't know.
I don't know where these are from, but they're gorgeous, aren't they? They're so pretty.
I'm gonna apologize real quick, guys. I am coming down with a little something, so if you see me blow my nose.
You didn't tell me that.
I didn't tell you?
No.
I thought I told you on the phone.
You know.
I thought I told you on the phone. I thought I told you on, Thursday.
Yeah, you did. Great. Now I'm gonna have to go home and like quarantine my life away.
Well, Tandrina's back.
For now.
We'll make it a quick video today.
Yeah, we're gonna speak through. We have a lot of stories for you guys, a lot of good stories for you guys, a lot of educational stories for you guys. So stay tuned for some of this time stamps.
Okay, so moving in. First, we're going to talk about some stuff that we spoke about last week, give you guys some updates. So the elections, as you guys know, there were a few elections that still were undecided, and guess what? They still are. We don't know what's happening with Florida. Get it together down there.
Arizona, Georgia.
Games.
Yeah.
But we'll let you know. We'll let you know when things are decided,
You guys
finally.
posted. Yeah, I think either way, the Democrats will still be in control of the House, and the Republicans are still going to be in control of the Senate. But obviously, all teams want more, legislators on their side because it makes it easier to pass legislation, pass laws.
In their favor,
Right, exactly, in their favor. So we'll see. Like Talia said, we'll keep you guys posted. The California fires, which we also told you guys about last week, it's a tragedy what's going on over there. So many people have spoken out about it. We can't remember whether or not we told you guys about Trump's tweet, who was basically diminishing the severity of the issue by saying that it's basically a California problem.
Yeah,
that they haven't been managing their environment effectively in order to prevent these fires and manage them. So a lot of celebrities have been speaking out about the issue, not only because they've been losing their homes, but some people have been reacting poorly to his tweet. But as of right now, what we know is that about 66 people have died across the state from these fires. A bunch of them have died in their vehicles, which is so sad.
Crazy.
And over, I think, 6,000 homes have been lost in this fire. So our prayers and our thoughts are with the people of California. We're going to try and find ways to link below that you can help out if you're interested. And also shout outs to the first responders, firefighters, police officers, everybody who literally risks their lives to help protect us. So shout outs to you guys.
So Trump, Trump, the White House, Melania, it's going down. It's going down. So CNN is actually suing the White House after a reporter was just relieved of his duties. I guess his press pass was taken away
after he allegedly assaulted a White House intern.
So they are suing him, and now other media organizations are also following suit because they feel like it's violating his First Amendment rights.
Right.
And
Jim Acosta.
It's poor.
The name of the report.
Kind of take it away. I mean, you can, but make
there has
it a little
to be
more.
grounds
Make it a little more official. Have a paper trail of some sort.
Right. From what people have seen, this guy should definitely not be accused of any type of assault or putting his hands on somebody. Right. It was kind of unavoidable situation. Right. CNN, yes, is suing Trump, but CNN also has a lot of backing on their end, a lot of official backing on their end, a lot of people that are also supporting the action of suing the White House for taking away the press pass, and they're claiming that it's a violation of the Fourth Amendment. So Get your life, White House.
Get
your life. But the White House is on to take the fight too. They're like, we're ready.
They literally are just like, bring it. Bring it.
Seriously.
We want the hand. No, not. Okay, so Melania. That man, the reporter, is not the only person that was relieved of his duties. Yes. Mira, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Ricardel was also relieved of her duties. Yes, because Melania, or Mrs. Trump, I should say, First Lady, was not a fan of how her flight was handled recently, and it was because of Mira Ricardel. So she was relieved of her duties like that. Yeah. I think there were talks about it one day, and the following day it was gone.
Yes, very petty. Something regarding like the amount of space that was on the plane.
Who was on the plane? Something
I don't know
like that.
if Mira, took a seat or something like that. But it was ridiculous. But poor thing, she has been relieved of her duties.
It happens.
It does happen.
Positive news about the White House.
Right.
Let's get it.
Let's get
positive.
It. Trump did vote in favor of passing some criminal justice reformation laws, which are very good for any minorities or anybody who has been busted for, little minor
petty drug offenses,
drug crimes, things of that nature. So basically, passing these legislation will allow for people who have committed these crimes from suffering from larger sentences. Yeah. So it will help judges be able to avoid, banishing these people from the state or whatever. I'm just making up laws. But basically, the judges they have leeway to punishing these,
offenders. Yeah, so they can make it as little as they want to. There's going to be a very small minimum amount of time that they can receive. So it's better all around. Right. And we all know that, there's a high incarceration rate for people of color.
Right.
For small drug offenses.
Exactly.
Those sentences. Yes.
On the topic of crimes, the FBI did just release a report that said this year there has been an increase in hate crimes in this country, and that makes the third year in a row that the country has been suffering from more and more hate crimes. So the FBI does say that they're not sure if it's just because law enforcement officials are reporting hate crimes more, or if they're actually increasing. But either way, the FBI does have plans to kind of work with law enforcement, local officials, and kind of get them the training that they need in order to deal with hate crimes. So
yeah. And now some more positive news. I don't know why I said it that way.
I know, I was like,
but Amazon, guess what, guys? Guess what? Amazon is doing some really cool things. So for quite some time, they had put out a notice looking for 2 new big cities to be their home of 2 new headquarters. Yes. And they found them. One is in New York, and what's the other one?
I think Arizona.
Yes, somewhere in Arizona. Now, what's really cool about this is that they're going to be giving 25,000 jobs. And what's crazy is those jobs are not, little things.
Those are some.
They got,
you want a
on
job
average,
at Amazon.
Right. On average of about 150,000 a year, which is amazing. Also, people are excited because it's going to boost the economy in the cities that they are now going to be in.
Virginia, not Arizona. What is it, Arizona?
What is it?
Virginia.
What's that? What's that, Arizona?
Wow, so that's interesting. I didn't even realize. So both on the East Coast.
On the East Coast, yeah. And it was interesting because cities were basically bidding for this to happen. They wanted Amazon to come in because it would be a great boost for the economy. But on the flip side, people are not really happy in those states. I think specifically New York, because they think it's going to increase rent, traffic, problems that we're already experiencing now. And I say we because we are in New York, but problems that we're already experiencing now might get worsened. So it's kind of like a double coin. Things are going to be better in certain respects. Apply to Amazon, but we might be struggling in other aspects as well.
Right. From what I've seen, from my friends that live in the New York City area, a lot of them seem to be excited about Amazon coming. But it is true, especially if Amazon employees are going to be making that much money off of the bat. There's no way that the cost of living is going to lower or stay the same. It seems like everything kind of has to move in the direction of Amazon, and Amazon is literally taking over everything. So hopefully local officials can work together to make sure that the cost of living for their residents stays the same, right? It's already so expensive in New York City, so I can only imagine what Amazon does. And by the way, the 2 new headquarters, including a smaller headquarter in Nashville, for more techie, non-official stuff. So
that's in the corner. That's over on the on the East Coast. Over there. Out there.
Right.
The Vatican. So we did cover this probably a while ago.
Yeah,
ever so often, we talk about this because it keeps coming up.
Right.
But not so good news here. So the Pope actually said, pause. Let's take a break here for whatever, and to me it doesn't make sense as to why they're doing this, but whatever. They're no longer going to be investigating the abuse cases for right now. They're taking a pause, they're taking a break. What is it? He's doing something.
He's hosting like a worldwide conference in February, so he doesn't want anything to, I guess, regarding the Vatican or any Catholicism in a negative way, maybe, to impact his conference. I'm not really sure, but that is what the U.S. end has. That's the direction the directions that the U.S. End of this drama has been given. So,
which is crazy.
Europe, the Catholic Church in Europe did speak directly to the U.S., I guess, Catholic Church, and as a whole, and said that no further investigations should be
handled
until after this conference.
Wouldn't you want to take care of it before your conference?
And wouldn't you want it to be done quickly, right?
As soon as possible.
So then you can paint it as kind of like we're moving in a new direction. Like, we're so sorry about what has happened so far, but that's what it is. This is that,
Insane.
Guys, I want to apologize if I'm looking down a lot. Talia and I both keep our phones on our laps so that we can take a look at notes.
I don't know if you've heard, but big news, big deal, big tingaguan, Brexit. Brexit. This has been happening for me, I feel like, forever.
It's been forever, right?
Been 5
it's
years,
literally
and
only
been
only, I think, a year.
Yeah, it hasn't been too crazy. But basically, the UK is set to finally officially be out of the European Union by March of 2019. March 2019. Like we are in December. Okay? About to be.
I was like,
but
basically,
we're basically there.
You already know. Once Thanksgiving's around.
No, before Thanksgiving is Christmas carols, trees up, lights up.
Nobody else is?
Whole 9.
I'm sorry.
Let us know if you are. But personally, I am not. I wait till after Thanksgiving to get in the mood.
This is sad. So what music do you listen to on Thanksgiving Day?
I listen to regular music. Regular songs. Anyway, back to Brexit. Heard. Anyway, Brexit. They are leaving March 2019, and that's put a lot of pressure on both the European Union and the UK to get it together.
Right.
Because something needs to be put in place, some sort of rule, regulation, guidelines need to be in place by the time they leave. And they're struggling because nothing has yet to be approved. So, this past week, the Prime Minister, I believe, or President of the UK.
Yeah, Prime Minister, you're correct.
Yes, she and her head, I guess, like her chief of staff,
cabinet,
almost. The head of her cabinet. We're working on a draft of a deal to put in play with the European Union, and it got approved by her cabinet. It still needs to get approved by the European Union's Parliament and the UK Parliament, as well as her cabinet. She needs to approve it, the whole 9, right?
Yes.
So only one little tiny section has approved it, which is her own personal cabinet, right? So that was positive, but on the same note, homie quit.
I know, her whole, basically, assistant, her partner in crime in dealing with all these deals and drafting all these new documents, exactly, right, up and quit because he wasn't liking the way things were moving. He didn't agree. So he said, you know what, I'm out this business. Y'all not gonna get me. Okay, that was alright.
Anyway, it's crazy.
Took a step away. So that's even more drama. But either way, as Talia said, either way, no matter what, everybody can quit if they want to, but the Brexit is still scheduled to happen as of March 2019. So I would suggest for them to
get it together.
Get it together.
bring it in,
gather,
open on up,
you know,
sit
right?
on down,
do a little team building exercise, and jump back to it, okay? Because we literally have not lives at stake, but there are some serious moves at stake right now.
Yo, things will change. People don't realize it, but things will change drastically. Yeah. Even we'll get affected more than likely.
Yeah, especially as tourists.
So I'm so sorry guys, I'm kind of struggling to breathe. So Israel, unfortunately Israel and other countries in the Middle East are always in some sort of conflict, and this week some more unfortunate things have happened. So Israel and Gaza, on the Gaza border, there was an attack led by Israel, and 7 Palestinians have died as a result, unfortunately. Now, there were talks of a ceasefire that was going to happen, but unfortunately, it seems like those talks might be halted, if not canceled altogether. They were fragile to begin with, you know, as they always are. But it's sad, you know, it's quiet for a while, and then something always seems. Our prayers go out to the people who have lost family members, and we hope that the ceasefire talks still happen.
Yes.
It's important.
Continue to move in a better direction, yeah, for sure. And that is all we have for iced tea, guys. Now it is. We did a pretty good job, I think.
I think we did too.
We did a pretty good job. We
for all that we did.
Yeah, I know. We had a lot of stories.
We talked a lot.
Hot tea. It's lit.
My tea's kind of cooled down.
I know. I was like, mine is iced tea now, but it's okay. It's okay.
We got some cool things, yo. Toy Story.
I know.
Millennials. Where my millennials at? Where we at? Toy Story 4, son. I was shocked about Toy Story 3. I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. So I actually heard that it's gonna be super emotional. Tom Hanks. I read an article saying that Tom Hanks couldn't even face like the producers and everyone that normally you film in front of them face to face, or you record.
You guys are like talking in the mic, around.
You couldn't even face them while doing
That's
the
how
voiceover.
emotional.
That's how emotional it's gonna be, which is crazy because Toy Story 3 had me tearing up.
It was emotional.
I don't cry like that.
I don't even know how they're going to bring this back, because I feel like Toy Story 3 was the perfect ending. It was like everybody was satisfied, all the millennials. We were like, okay, you know what? It's a sad time, but this is good. Like, you can be okay with this ending.
Peace.
Right, you feel at peace. But now with Toy Story 4, it's like, are you guys going to try and put an end to it again? Or is this an opening new series? Yeah, like a new generation. Like, does Andy have kids now? You know, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know how I feel about this.
We'll see though. And the reason why we bring it up this week, we all know that Toy Story 4 has been coming out for a little while. Right. They dropped a teaser to the trailer. Teaser to the trailer, okay?
Just
and the trailer is the teaser to the movie.
Right.
Now, this past week, just, all-encompassing information here. Right. But yeah, they just dropped it this week. I kind of thought it was funny. It was kind of, cute. So it kind of made me feel better because I was like, okay, maybe it won't be so sad.
Weird. It made me more nervous.
Well, yeah, let us know. We'll put a link down below in the description, and let us know what you think about the teaser. The teaser, yeah.
Alrighty, next story, we have some very, very sad news. Yeah. Kim Porter has passed away. For those of you who are not familiar with the name Kim Porter, she was P. Diddy, Sean Combs' first wife, and they have 4 children together. They were happily married, but obviously, things changed. Things happened. But they were still in a very positive and friendly relationship in co-raising their children together. She was a very loved woman in Hollywood and outside of Hollywood as well. So our prayers and condolences go out to all of her family and friends who have lost a loved one in her.
Now, I don't know if you guys are Marvel fans like I am. I completely love everything Marvel. So unfortunately, we had a death of the king of Marvel, literally the creator of it all. Stan Lee had passed away this week at the age of 95. He lives a very long and prosperous life.
Amen.
And we appreciate all of his efforts and all of his creations. I think for generations, even generations before us, the comics, and now the movies are, really tumbling forward. Amazing. It's amazing to see what a franchise and what a building that has become. So thanks, Stan Lee, and rest in peace.
I know. I'm just so sad I'm not gonna get to meet him when I become anyways, but yes, rest in peace to him and all his loved ones. It's so funny because the day before, Stan Lee was a World War II veteran, and the day before he posted something,
commemorating
right.
veterans.
Sorry, commemorating the veterans and thanking them for their service. So thank you, Stanley, for your service, and thank you for giving us superheroes. You're our superhero, for real.
Seriously.
For real. Beyonce owns Ivy Park, who, if you guys are not familiar with
I had no idea.
which is so
sorry.
It was like all the rave in college, not all the rave, but like, do you don't remember when there was like a launch event in college and everyone was like staying up late to like buy gear? Anyways, Ivy Park is a fitness line that Beyonce owns, and it's sold in stores like Topshop and Nordstrom, but her, I guess, co-owner has been accused of sexual harassment and sexual assault, and so she went ahead and just bought herself all of Ivy Park. She was like, nah, I don't want anything to do with that. So yeah, that's the tea.
That's
good
cool
for
that
you.
she can do that though.
I mean, I would hope so. You want to own a home business, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and buy up the other half when some nonsensory is happening. You know what I mean? Speaking of that, also just a quick Ice-T story that I think we should have included as well.
Yeah.
Dartmouth has also been facing a lot of allegations of sexual assault and sexual harassment, and a lot of the students are like firing back now at Dartmouth, saying that they kind of have allowed this to happen, and a lot of the professors that were accused of these crimes have been able to get the opportunity to retire before Dartmouth fired them. So really sad. It's a really horrible time that we're going through right now with like these sexual allegations and these hate crimes. It's just it's a troubling time, literally, for America, for women in America. It's sad. Yeah, so keep your eye out, people. Like, keep a lookout, and do not be afraid to speak up, because you could literally be saving a woman's life. So thank you, Beyonce, for taking action. Yes.
All right, guys, I think that's all that we have for you today. Thank you again so much for joining us. We appreciate every episode that you watch, and we hope you leave way more informed than you were before. Never forget, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, tips, tricks, all that stuff.
Questions, like advice questions too.
Yeah,
we should be doing a tea talk soon.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Tea
talk. Feel free to email us at talent10@gmail.com. Also follow us on Instagram at _Teatails. Teatails_. I will never get that right, ever, probably.
And also, we now have a Twitter account. So if you want to follow us at Teatails_ as well, we'll be so excited to interact with you guys on there. Please share this video, like, comment, subscribe. We are just really looking forward to growing with you guys throughout the rest of 2018 and in 2019. We love you guys.
Have a good week.
Bye. But Beyonce just finished. Okay. All right.